Well, good morning, my friend. It is Friday morning, and welcome to the Pastor's Podcast as we end out this week. Been a great week. I hope that you've had a wonderful week as well. We go into the weekend now. This Sunday, of course, at our church is going to be something for the children. It's back to school Sunday. We're going to be giving out some things to the children as they go back into school. Now, some of the schools in the area have already started, but I know there's others. I was out soul winning yesterday that their school doesn't start till next week. Ours doesn't start till our missions conference starting on next Wednesday. And so I'm looking forward to this Sunday. And of course, many times parents come as well. Looking forward to a good Sunday. Now, Maranatha Baptist Church, you be in your place. Sunday school, 9:45. Let's be in our place. Make sure that we have a great day as we go through the month of August. Let's not let down. Summertime's not over yet. And of course, we always have a summer jump. We don't have a summer slump. And God's always been good to us. And again, this year he's done this as well, same as well. So let's have a great Sunday. Would you help me out, Maranatha Baptist Church? Let's make sure that we do what we're supposed to do. And for those around the country and around the world watching, you make sure you're in your church this Sunday. Your pastor works hard. He studies. And so you make sure that you're there. Let's have a great weekend for the Lord all around the world. Let's see people saved, people baptized, people joining the church. Let's do what we can, see what we can this weekend to give the devil a black eye. And I'm looking forward to that. I hope that you would help me out that we can all do this thing together. Well, I want to talk to you this morning about living or dying by your choice. Romans 1:17 says, "For therein is the righteousness of God revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith." Now, nobody will ever be saved without faith. It takes faith to put your trust in the shed blood of Jesus Christ to be the only payment for your sin. Now, many have tried to get saved by using other methods, but they died and went to hell if they tried their methods until they died. Nobody will ever get to heaven without faith. For God is only pleased by a person putting their faith in him. Now, if it takes faith to get saved, it also takes faith to live the Christian life. Now, the verse I read to you says, "The just shall live by faith." Hebrews 11:6 reminds us, "But without faith it is impossible to please him," talking about God. Now, you cannot live the Christian life successfully without doing what it takes to get saved. For instance, we often make the statement that whatever it took for you to get where you are, you must do the same if you're going to be successful. Now, this statement is absolutely applies to the Christian walk. If you got saved by faith, then you must live by faith after salvation to be successful in the Christian walk. Now, if you don't live by faith as a believer, you're dying as a believer. No, you're not. You're not going to lose your salvation. That never happens. But you're dying because you're trusting your own ways to live. Proverbs 14:12 reminds us there's a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. So I find that there are 5 areas where people live by to their own detriment that we need to turn around. First, some choose to live by fear instead of living by faith. Fear has never given life to one person. Rather, it robs from them the opportunity to live the great life that faith gives. If you let fear instead of faith guide your life, you most likely backslide and find no joy in the Christian life. Let me illustrate if I can. I'm amazed where we are with this COVID stuff. People still wearing their mask. Been proven that mask, you can double, triple this thing, the mask, and it's still not going to work. And yet they keep on thinking, I put the mask on. Yet those wearing the mask are still getting COVID. How's that working? Just some common sense will tell us that. Now, what's happening? They're living by fear. Now, my friend, you got to stop living by fear. Fear breaks you down. Faith builds you up. Fear breaks your immune system down. Faith will build your immune system up. Now, if you're going to, some, instead of living by faith, they live by fear, and then they wonder why their life is just in such a disarray, because fear never helps you. Second, some choose to live by sight instead of by faith. Faith demands that you trust God's leading in your life. But if you must see where God leads you before you follow, you'll never walk with God towards the miraculous that he wants you to do in life. So walking by faith might be scary, but living by faith is where the fulfillment of God's power is found in your life. Third, some choose to live by feelings instead of faith. So feelings live by the moment, whereas faith lives by the principles of God. Feelings always lead you to make the wrong decisions because they're based on what's happening right now. Faith leads you to trust God, and it leads you to look forward ahead because you'll never fail to do the right thing when you're trusting God by faith, who knows what tomorrow holds for you. So by faith, you trust God and his word, and you're going to find that choice right there is going to lead to life. Fourth, some choose to live by the populace instead of by faith. So some choose only to do what the crowd is doing because it's easy. Living by faith is certainly, my friend, it's not easy because it's often not popular. But having the promise of God with you as you live by faith is the best presence and power that guarantees you to win despite the odds against you. If you're always worried what the crowd's going to say about you and do about you, you'll never live by faith and you'll never walk that Christian life. Now, fifth, some choose to live by pleasure instead of by faith. Now, if you always let pleasure guide your life, you will find your children will live by pleasure to your heartbreak and to their destruction. Now, you cannot live by pleasure and not go into sin because sin always lures us in by this is fun, this is pleasurable, live for the moment. Living by faith has a way of keeping you from sin because it is a protection to always do the right thing because you're looking ahead. Now, let me ask you a question. Are you living by faith? Does faith guide your every decision and action? If you truly live by faith and want to enjoy life, faith's the only choice by which you must choose to live. You can let fear guide you and you're going to fail. You can let sight drive you, you'll hit a brick wall and you'll fall. You can live by feelings and make bad decisions. You can live by the populace and never go forward for God. You can live by pleasure and go into sin. Living by faith. Hey, that's the secret to the Christian life. Let me encourage you. You get doing what you're supposed to do in the Christian life, and you will find that, boys, that serving God by faith, that's where true joy is found. Well, my friend, I hope this is a help to you this morning. Now, let's remember this weekend, all weekend long, let's be good to everyone. Everyone's having a tough time. Have a great weekend, my friend.